More than 30 years after his time at Top Gun, Captain Pete "Maverick" Mitchell is filling in as a U.S. Naval Force aircraft tester. As BAC Naval Commander Chester "Hammer" Kane ways to deal with shut down the hypersonic Dark Star scramjet program and divert the assets to Ramble programs, Maverick flies the model to its speed level headed, then, at that point, drives further into high hypersonic speed, annihilating it. Kane needs to ground Maverick for his wildness, however rather sends him to NAS North Island as a Top Gun teacher compelled of Maverick's companion and previous opponent. Chief of Naval Operations Tom "Iceman" Kazansky, the leader of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, Maverick is requested to prepare a tip-top gathering of F divided by a -18 E divided by F Super Hornet pilots collected by Bad Habit Chief of Naval Operations Bo "Cyclone" Simpson and BAC Chief of Naval Operations Solomon "Warlock" Bates for a dire mission to bomb an outside country's unsanctioned uranium improvement plant. The plant sits in a profound despondency toward the finish of a gulch and is protected by surface-to-air rockets and fifth-age Su-57 warriors working from a close-by air base. Maverick designs an assault with 2 sets of Super Hornets, which will fly through a ravine and obliterate the plant. The pilots at first rebuke Maverick, especially Lieutenant Jake "Hangman" Saracen and Lieutenant Bradley "Rooster" Bradshaw, the child of Maverick's late closest companion and Rio Scratch "Goose" Bradshaw. As the pilots train for the mission, grinding creates among Hangman and Rooster, who dislikes Hangman's carefree disposition towards his partners, while Hangman scrutinizes Rooster's watchfulness. As the pilots notice Maverick, they rethink and mix around him. Maverick additionally reunites with previous sweetheart Penny Benjamin, to whom he uncovers that Rooster's presently dead mother made him vow to hold her child back from flying, and hindered Rooster's application to the Maritime Institute, hampering his vocation. Maverick later meets with Iceman, who has throat malignant growth and essentially conveys by composing on a PC. Consoling Maverick about showing the group, he spends days away after the fact, and Maverick alongside the pilots, go to his burial service where a missing man development is noticed. With Iceman dead, Cyclone eliminates Maverick as mission coach and sets new boundaries that are safer on approach however more hazardous on exit. Notwithstanding, Maverick makes an unapproved trip of the recreated course with the first boundaries, demonstrating that it very well may be finished. Cyclone is persuaded and hesitantly names Maverick as Strike Pioneer. Maverick picks the mission group and coordinates himself with Phoenix and her WSO Bounce, while Rooster is matched with Restitution and his WSO Fanboy. Hangman and the remaining pilots are placed on backup. The group dispatches from the plane-carrying warship USS Theodore Roosevelt, while the directed rocket cruiser USS Leyte Inlet fires Hatchet Journey rockets to obliterate the air base close to the plant. The group arrives at the plant and obliterates it, however is gone after by surface-to-air rockets and a couple of watching Su-57 criminals. At the point when Rooster runs out of countermeasures, Maverick forfeits his fly to safeguard him and launches. Trusting Maverick to be killed in real life, the remaining airplane returned to the carrier. Against orders, Rooster turns around and saves Maverick from a Mi-24 helicopter gunship, yet is fired somewhere near another surface-to-air rocket and launches close by. The two rejoin and head towards the obliterated airbase, where they take AF-14 Tomcat and go to the carrier. Maverick and Rooster destroy 2 captured Su-57s, however a third shows up as they run out of ammo and countermeasures. Hangman shows up from reserve to destroy the Su-57, and the planes return to route for the transporter, where Maverick and Rooster accommodate. Sometime after the mission, Maverick and Rooster work together on a P-51 Bronco at a shed close to the test office where Maverick was recently positioned. Penny shows up with her girl Amelia, and Maverick has a good time with her in the P-51. Rooster strolls to a photograph board and recognizes a photograph of their central goal's prosperity, close by a photograph of his late dad and a younger Maverick.